We now circle back to the lead story on the bulletin, talking about data breaches where just 3 months after FIG exposed AnyVerify, a private website selling Nigerian identification data, another private website, AnyVerify, has been found trading sensitive citizen data, including bank verification numbers. Paradigm Initiative, an ICT for Development and Digital Rights group, announced on Thursday that it is seeking legal redress on behalf of Nigerians for this breach of data privacy rights. Vindich Legal, Pins Legal Partners have served pre-action notices to multiple government agencies, the National Identity Management Commission, the Nigeria Data Protection Commission, the Nigeria Immigration Service, the Federal Road Safety Corps, and the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation. And following FIG's expose in March, NIMC clarified that AnyVerify was not one of its licensed partners. Similarly, AnyVerify is not listed as licensed partner on NIMC's website. FIG attempted to contact NDPC and NIMC on Friday, but phone calls went unanswered. Text messages and emails sent to these agencies had not received responses at the time of reporting as well. And now we have joining us in the studio to give insight is Professor of Digital Economics from the University of Abuja, Dr. Chukwuemeka Ifegu-Eke. Thank you for joining the News Hour. Prof, this obviously is not the first time of hearing issues about data breaches in Nigeria. So what's your first reaction to this development?
Thank you for having me. I'm shocked, the pain to discover that millions of Nigerians are not safe. So that's my first reaction. They're not safe.
Okay, then what does this say about our data security system in Nigeria?
All right. My shock stems from the fact that this is the second time in 3 months. I mean, it only exposes systemic failure. As far as I'm concerned, on one hand, I'm excited it's happening because in terms of consistency, I've mentioned it in this same studio, that you see, when criminal elements decide to exploit new technologies that's supposed to make our lives easier, it only makes us wake up. It's a wake-up call. So right now, we have to look seriously into our data protection infrastructure. All the agencies that have been listed out to be brought in to book, to be questioned over this matter. Yes, they are running to protect themselves, but I will call on the SSA and the SA in terms of digital economy to go outside that particular organogram, because they'll be bogged down, and begin to work with this private sector guys and get to the bottom of this matter. Let's begin to re-engineer data protection infrastructure. Thanks.
All right, then what sort of risk exposure are we looking at here potentially? I know right now we're looking at loss of data, but how severe can this get? Okay.
On two fronts. Let's go financially. Our BVN has been exposed. They can match. There are AI applications, algorithms that can help them match identity. I don't want to go further so that I don't give them oxygen. Be that as it may, they could have access to your account. You know what that means. Then on the other side has to do with identity theft to perpetrate crime. It's a serious thing, but it's a welcome development. Now we have to tighten our belt and look into data protection infrastructure. Yes.
So then what can the government do? Since these breaches have started happening, what lessons can the government and Nigerians learn from this experience?
Like I said earlier, I was very clear when I said the SSA, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Digital Economy, and the Senior Assistant, they should look outside, not only with organogram, the agencies that were mentioned, but look out, work with private sector. First of all, the legal action must be tight and must be decisive and must be conclusive. That is sure, because we are dealing with warfare on another turf. Now, while that is going on, we should also look at opening up the data protection space, looking at loopholes, looking for leakages, and then blocking them. This is a serious thing. Now, warfare yesterday, you could put boots out there to fight. But right now, on the cyber space, you could do damage, colossal damage. So to protect our space known as Nigeria, electronically, physically, we need to look at exploring the legal angle and at the same time regulatory angle. Thank you.
Finally, Prof, what's your call to Nigerians on how to protect themselves and also keep wary of some of these schemes?
Well, Nigerians have been inundated with the fact that they don't have to expose their private access data to third party. But in this case, there's nothing they can do. They have to, as in protection on their personal space, but they have to join other persons who are crying foul and who are calling for a redress and who are also calling for a reassessment of our infrastructure. They have to lend their voices because this thing is serious. As it is right now, the government has got to put their act together and stop systemic failure and leakages. Thank you.
Stop systemic failure and leakages. Professor Chukwuemeka Ifego, Professor of Digital Economics at the University of Abuja. Thank you very much for your insights and perspectives on the News Hour.